Today we're going to talk about how to create a report template in Image Pro. There are a number of features within here, so I'm going to go through the basics today. So just to kind of introduce the concept, here's a couple of key things to remember. The report templates are created in the project workbench. So that's where we write the macros. There's two ways templates can be, or two types of templates, I should say. One is global. We make it available in just the general reports that you can access, put in the miscellaneous reports that you can call up. Or if you need to create a report that's a specific part of a project, you can direct where this report template goes, so you can use it over and over again. You can do it either way. The reason for making it part of a project is if you're writing a macro for someone and the report needs to go with it, what's nice is then you can package it normally and everything will be included. Key concept for creating a report template, and this is much easier than editing a report, previously created a report is. Go through, have all your images ready, if you have overlays on, all of your data tables, and if you're doing any types of analysis, have everything open and created before creating a report template. Because the report template is going, when you're creating it, is going to draw off the active information that's available in Image Pro. So the best thing is go through everything, have it all available, and then you can call in the parts that you need in setting up your template. One other thing, one concept, if anyone's ever done really creating not just Word documents, but adding images, tables, anything like that, the report generator within Image Pro follows a very similar concept. It's like editing a Word document. If you think of it in that fashion, this will make it easy to create templates. Again, the report uses active documents. Have it all set up, ready to go, and especially if multiple images are involved. I'm not going to go through that part today, but it is documented in the PowerPoint that will be available about how to set that up where you're dealing with multiple images. Not the same image with overlays or not, but if you actually have multiple images involved within the report and you want to have those shown in the report. So, as I mentioned, have everything available. I'll probably use nodules there to use cross-section of muscle, but again, have it up, have the image counted, if you're including the analysis, data tables available and ready to go, and if you're using histograms or anything like that, have those available and open also. I'm just showing you the dialogues, but I am going to go through this live. Again, there's two places to create reports and have those locations set. One is in the project workbench. If you create the report button, that will go to typically a specific location, whatever your active project is, or you could redirect it to the current, make it, or to redirect it to the report section under My Reports. Or you can simply right-click on My Reports, add new report, and it will go into the miscellaneous. Again, you'll want to save this when you're done. Similar to the scripting, it will give you a name, ask a file name, whatever you want to call a report, and it will save that as a special format, a report template file, IPRT. What's nice is it's pretty straightforward here about setting up what information you want to bring into the report. Again, I'll go through this live. But there's a start here, or this will automatically generate a dialog box where you can choose what data inputs. Familiar with data collector and using that, you'll see some commonalities. Image data, all different types of data, measurements. If on a higher level, data collector, tracking, you choose what information you want to have in that report. So we'll add it to here. We'll send it over just like we do in other places in Image Pro. Once we go through that, choosing what data we want, image data, measurement tables, we'll set up a couple parameters asking what specific information do we want to have available in the report. We haven't created it yet. We're setting up what information do I want to have available when I create the template. In this case, each of these report data inputs, image data or measurement tables, has certain parameters associated with it, which I can set up. We'll go through this. This will make perfect sense. I'm choosing what information do I want to have available in the report. In this case, for measurement table or data table, do I want the data to be available? Yes. Do I want statistics to be available? Yes. I can choose to set up what information will go through this. Statistics for class. Do I want that available? So I've done single variable class or learning classification. I can choose what information to make available in the report. If I have that information available because we're drawing from the active information. Once we've done that, then we'll create our template using this report field. You choose what you want, and simply it's really dragging and dropping it into the template form. Then you want to create apps report. It's a document, and you drag it and position it where you want to. Again, another key concept here. The information that we're bringing it over. Say I want the image name in the view. Basically the image. It's coming over as a table. All the information we bring over at this point will be a table. You can leave it that way, or if you want to do editing, typically we'll change this into a paragraph. And then it becomes much more like a Word document. Once you drag the information over, it will start showing up in the template, and then we can edit it. A few basic steps. Fine-tuning, again, similar to Word documents. You have a number of choices for printing, font size, headers, footers, inserting images, anything like that. So you can create a custom report for someone. Again, think Word document. Again, we'll go through converting what is in essence a table into a paragraph. And you'll see this transition again. This then makes it much easier to edit. And then finally, once we've saved it, that template will then be available in the miscellaneous if I'm doing it as part of a global template. So you can access your template and you can use it over and over again. Remember, if anyone's actually created reports or used the pre-created reports available in Image Pro, or following similar concept in Image Pro Premiere, once you add your images and you've called your report, you can then do some editing. So if you have to add in some information or anything like that, you can still do it before you print the final report. Again, there's more information in here, but this is the basics as far as I'm going to take it. So now let's go to Image Pro. All right, I'm going to start with this. As I mentioned, start with an image. I'm just going to do a quick count. I have my parameters set up. Normally I'd say measurement options file, but let's take splitting off for a second. Let's recount that, and you can tell I have clean borders on. I have my data tables. I have everything ready to go. At this point, I then go to my Automate ribbon, Project Workbench, which I have on the other side. Let me try to drag that over for us. There we go. All right. So as I mentioned, I can create reports. I can do it from here, or because I'm just going to make this a global, I'm going right mouse click here on my report, add new report. It's now prompting me for a name. It's going to put it again in our default locations. I'll call it nodule. I'll call it cast iron. Two things happen automatically. One is it's now created the report template work area. This is where I'm actually going to be setting up my template. And it's brought up this select report data. Again, this is choosing at the high level. What information do I want to have available? If you close this by accident, there's a nice little start here, and it will bring this up. So two things are going to happen. First, I'm going to say, as you scroll down here, you can see how this is organized. Image data, what type of image are you working with? Measurements, data collector, tracking. I'm going to select image data and add that. And you'll notice what happened here. It's now put up the image data and all the parameters that I can now drag into create a report template. Second thing, I'm just going to add some measurements, and I'll add that. And you'll notice this is now changed. Now I have, modal. You'll see the little toggle here. This is actually all the measurement parameters from the image I just counted. A couple little setup things for image. You can look through about what you want to have available. Calibration info, file, information frames, active image, yes. And then I'm going to take the current view. Measurements, a little bit different. Do I want the measurement data available? Yes. If I turn it off, eventually that will close off here. But what I'm really interested in this case, statistics. And you'll notice, very similar to other concepts in the image pro, I can select what information I want. Again, you just hold the shift key down, select it all, add it. Again, I can choose what parameters I want. Here, I'm just going to take the means. At this point, I can close this. This data name. At this point, leave this alone. This becomes more important, especially when we work with multiple images. All right, so now I'm ready to create a template. In the report fields, you can see here's my measurements. Statistics. I can choose what information I want to put in my template. I don't have to use all this. I can choose specifically what I want. In this case, I want the name of the image. In the view, and I can drag that over. Sorry, so look, it's very light blue there. And just drag that table over. I'm just going to click further down. Maybe I want my statistics. One of the nice things, and you'll see this here, I'm just going to do it this way first. If I select everything, maybe I made a mistake. I can always press the undo button. As you're getting used to this tool, don't be afraid to experiment. You can go undo, say, I dragged my whole measurements table over. And you can edit this. And maybe I really didn't want each little feature, all this going down. Yeah, I can edit this once I make it into a paragraph, but maybe that's not what I wanted. Again, press the undo button. And you'll notice this is where I have the range of editing tools. For home, I can change, put bullet points, font size, change all that as typical. I can insert pictures, check boxes, text boxes, header, footer information, symbols, change page layout. Again, it's like editing a Word document. References. What's nice here is we can actually show field codes. So sometimes if you're not sure what's going on, you can actually take the field code, and that will help make it a little bit easier to understand what's going on. Now finally, I'm just going to take area and statistics and just bring that over. We can edit all this. First key thing. This is what I want. I'm done. Typically it's not. Let's go through, and to see how you change a table into a paragraph, simply click on it, go to list, convert. You can see how that's changed. At this point, If I don't want some of this, I can do this. I can delete this. Oops. I can move things down. If I want to, oops. Didn't quite mean to do that. If, for example, I want to insert a picture, I could do that. Let's see, docs and forms, templates, branding. Now let's take one of the icons. So I can put icons in. Again, company logos. If you're doing a custom report for someone, you can do that. Again, I can insert text boxes, move those around. I could say, enter, name, operator name, anything like that. Put all that information in. Headers, footers. Again, like editing a Word document, if I want to put the date in, I could do that. I could fit a certain page number, and then close the header footer. So again, you're sending out that document. Again, just for the time and speed, to go through this a little bit, there's also a webinar from before that's also available online, going into more detail. At this point, if I'm happy with this, I can simply go. Because now in the editing, I can say save. This time I'm just going to close this out. I can now access a template through the measurement tables, like the fall report. There's my cast iron. Or, as we have in our review, I can go here, and select my cast iron. Let's use that. I can preview my report. That now come through. And again, if I'm doing this over and over again for a standard operating procedure or for standard analysis, I can simply call up, I can print it, I can save it. Again, I can make this, just like getting a Word document. And notice also, since I'm in the preview mode right now, and that's it. Oops. I can take other actions. I go back to the report. Since I'm in the preview, I'm going to just close that out. Let me just go back to review, edit report. Now I can come in and do my normal editing, adding information, typing stuff in, etc. So again, you can make this fully automated or semi-automated.